Have you ever tried fish sauce in a spray bottle? It's a unique product by French culinary expert Benoit Chagnou, who fell in love with Vietnamese cuisine and created his own recipe. By mixing Vietnamese flavors with Western touches, he crafted a smoky, umami-rich fish sauce to wow international food lovers. Join us on the Mic as we explore how he built this special brand of fish sauce.
Je m'appelle Benoît, je suis journaliste, globetrotter et passionné de gastronomie.
Benoit Chagnou, a renowned French food critic and TV host, fell in love with Vietnam after a work trip, particularly with its incredible cuisine. After his first visit in 2010, he traveled throughout the country from north to south, experiencing diverse local flavors. This journey inspired him to create innovative takes on fish sauce, reimagining both its taste and presentation for the high-end market through his brand, Chú Ben Fish Sauce. Benoit developed distinctive varieties, from smoked fish sauce sprays to black pepper-infused blends, aiming to help international food enthusiasts better connect with Vietnamese cuisine.
Thank you for joining our interview today. I have to say, your Chú Ben fish sauce immediately caught my attention. It looks very fascinating. Can you walk us through the beginning and tell us how the journey of making a fish sauce started?
It started with a long exploration of Vietnamese food, but when I discovered the special kind of fish sauce they make in Quang Nam, and that was really artisanal and family made, I had some kind of revelation, and I felt like it was the missing link between all the gastronomies that I like. I found a small factory and I asked them if they could teach me, and they didn't want to. So I stayed 3 days in front of the factory. After 3 days, she came to me and she was like, "What do you want?" "I want to learn." And so she was like, "I cannot teach you, but if you want, you can work for me." So I started working with them. It was like very hard. She showed me the traditional process, and that was very interesting because I had been studying the science behind, the science of fermentation, how it works, how umami is creating from fermentation, and seeing really the process was very, very interesting.
Nowadays, many regions in Vietnam have their own distinct fish sauce. What makes the flavor of your fish sauce stand out from traditional Vietnamese varieties?
After making the traditional fish sauce, I started infusing in the fish sauce some of the beautiful spices I had found in the land, especially in the mountains and in the north of Vietnam, like hat doi, mac mat, mac can, thao hoa. I wanted to create the perfect marriage between the best of the sea and the best of the land. And because for me, this is the essence of Vietnam. I remember putting some spices in a bottle of Nuoc Mam. I forget that bottle under a sink, found that bottle a few months later. And when I opened the bottle, it was smoky, fishy, delicate. I liked it immediately. After that, I needed a confirmation. So I went to see a lot of chefs, Vietnamese chefs, foreigners, and asked them, "Okay, can you try this? What do you think about that?" The answer was unanimous. It was like, "Wow, how do you make that?"
Beyond creating a smoky, umami-rich fish sauce, you also introduced a spray bottle version, which is quite an innovative approach. How did you come up with this idea?
I remember eating a spring roll, but the dipping sauce was made with a very, very bad quality Nuoc Mam. And I had a spray at home that I was using to fight the mold, and the empty spray was here. I just put some Nuoc Mam in the spray and tried to use it as a seasoning product. So you can select exactly the right amount you need. You don't have to dilute the precious Nuoc Mam with water. You can keep it pure and just spray on the food. And I think it's just another way to use the fish sauce.
Though Benoit Chagnou has visited Vietnam many times, it was during his unexpected stay through the COVID-19 pandemic that he deeply immersed himself in the country's culture and cuisine. This period led him to discover the true value of Vietnamese fish sauce and recognize its rightful place on the world's culinary map. Driven by his passion, he rallied investors to help promote it globally.
This is why I'm looking for $500,000 for 12.5% of this company. Hello and welcome to MAM. MAM House. It's a whole new concept in Hoi An.
Recently, in 2024, he opened Mum House, a restaurant where diners can savor Vietnamese dishes and participate in his fish sauce workshops. It's a unique way to experience Vietnam's rich culinary heritage.
Not just fish sauce, I also see that you're passionate about Vietnamese cuisine. Is that the reason why you decided to open a restaurant called Mum House?
It's called Mam House, of course, because it's the house of Nuc Mam. First, I realized that in Hoi An, which is a very touristic city, there is no such thing. There are coffee houses, chocolate house, tea house, but no Nuc Mam. And the fish sauce experience that is offered to the tourists, it's always just like a horror movie. It's a beautiful ingredient, and you should not present the Nuc Mam that way. It should be presented like a national treasure. So basically, I'm hosting workshops in which I show how Nuc Mam is made. So I have created a miniature factory to show to the people how Nuc Mam is made. Then I'm showing how it's applied. So all the food that is cooked in the restaurant is made with Nuc Mam. So marinated, glazed, steamed, seasoned, in any ways. All the salad dressings are made with Nuc Mam. And now we are making a very special kind of banh mi. So it's a banh mi that is not, that it has the shape of a cornetto.
After traveling from north and south and experiencing countless of local specialties, what do you find to be the most special thing about Vietnam?
One day, the agency I was working for in Paris asked me, have you ever been to Vietnam? I was like, no. Do you want to go? Yes. But the first day I set foot in Hanoi, I felt I was home. I was really amazed immediately by the sounds, the smells, everything. And I was very lucky that first year to meet the most amazing people in Vtv4 who were not only studying what I was transmitting, but they took me through the city, through the food, and they were kind enough to answer my questions. They were the best guides ever. And every time I was coming here for teaching, I was staying longer to discover the country, to visit, to understand, and especially through food, because this is the way I'm traveling. I need to understand how people eat to understand people.
So what's next for Chu Ben fish sauce? Do you have any plans to further expand your product?
The future plans is first is developing the Chu Ben fish sauce brand and trying to expand in exportation. So I will target the Korean market, Japanese market, make it popular in Southeast Asia. And I'm also developing a lot the banh mi concept because I have a banh mi cart. So we are going to multiply the carts and try to have this very special and original banh mi concept everywhere across Vietnam.
Thank you so much for joining our program. I hope that Chu Ben fish sauce will be embraced more by food lovers and help to bring the image of Vietnamese cuisine closer to the world.